And welcome back to Raw Yoga. So Lyndal, now we're going to do your hips and posterior sequence. A few key areas we want to work on: your hip flexors, which run through here but can actually help release your lower back, and then all around your glutes as well, which can help release your back and free things up, and then of course probably hamstrings and even calves as well are all part of that posterior chain. That if you make that more flexible, you can create better posture and better muscle balance, etc. So assuming we've done our warm-up as usual, let's get started on the ground with these ones. We're going to start sitting on your bottom with your legs crossed over like this, and then we cross the hands and fold forward. So inhale and pull on your shoulder blades a little bit, and exhale and try and bend forward at the waist. Nice deep breathing. Remember, again, we're going 5, 10 or 15 breaths depending on how much we think we need this pose. And good. Then next one from there, we'll do just a seated forward bend, and this one's actually a really good test to see how much your back is releasing. So like if you can touch your toes, great, or go a few inches past your toes, even better. But you'll find by the end of this sequence you should be able to reach, like, you know, even a couple of inches further than what you were able to reach at the start. Still, this is one of our poses also, so you can use this as a stretch. Try and inhale, even if you need to bend your knees a little bit here to grab hold of your toes. But so if you are doing the bent leg version, you bend the knees so you can grab, and then you work on inhaling and straightening the knees a little. Exhale, bend forward at the waist. See, my face is a more normal colour today. No run this morning. Okay, so that's seated forward bend. From there, we can come back to our cross-legged position. I'm going to give you a little seated twist. So try and take your right hand behind your back, so your fingers are pointing at the wall directly behind you. Reach across with your left hand, and then inhale and come up nice and tall. Exhale and twist from the belly and the shoulders. So not too hard at the neck when we do these twists. Inhale and lengthen, exhale and twist. And try and think of all of these stretches, not that we're inhaling and exhaling and relaxing out of the stretch. We're trying to use the breath to get deeper in. So we exhale, go deeper, inhale, correct the posture, exhale, go deeper again. Let's turn that over. A good way of thinking of it, I think, is like a corkscrew going into a wine bottle. When you turn that corkscrew in and then you let it go, it doesn't pop back out. So that's what we want with all of your stretches. We want to turn into it and hold it there, then turn into it a little bit deeper if we can. Okay, good. Back to the front. Okay, now we're going to take this into a toe grab. So tuck your left foot into the side of your right thigh, and again, if you need to bend that knee to grab hold of the toe, that's fine. Then run your left hand along the top of your other arm, of your right arm. Like if that's as far as you can get, that's fine. If you can grab the toe, great. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, bend forward at the waist. So I'm just doing all of these for about 5 breaths, but you would do them for 10 or 15. And good, check it out. So toe grab on the other side, toe grab on the left. maybe as you go through the video, you can pause it when you know you need to linger longer. And good, sitting up. Okay, the next one is called a pigeon pose. So, let me see if when you do your pigeon pose, I want you to try and have your front knee at 90 degrees, and then 90 degrees between your hips. And then to start with, you can have 90 degrees at that back knee as well. And then if your right knee's forward, you try and drop your left knee over that shin. Take it into that sort of position. And then from there, I want you to see if you can turn onto the top of that left foot. So see my rear foot there, turning onto the top of that. And if you want to try and take that even deeper, you can try and stretch that left hand forward. So inhale, reach forward with the left. Exhale, reach back with the foot or turn onto the top of the foot. And good, gently up. Okay, change that over. So, start with 90 at the front knee, 90 between the hips, 90 at the rear knee, and dropping the right elbow over the left shin. And then if we can, turning onto the top of that right foot, see that? Onto the top of that. And then stretching forward if we can. If you're feeling a deep enough stretch from this position, or even from this position, that's fine, stick with that. But if you can, this is what we're aiming for. And good, gently up. And as we come out of there, we're going to go into a downward facing dog. So I'll show you this one from side on your hands and knees, and you're just going to push back into your feet. Try and inhale and take your heels towards the floor and even straighten those knees a little. As you exhale, try and push your shoulders towards your feet. Bending forward at the waist. Just let your head hang. And good. Coming back down. And we're going to take this to lying down on our back now. Which way to face? So many angles. Let's go this way. Probably best. So, we're going to come lying down on our back. Take your left leg out straight and shuffle your hips a bit to the right. Okay? And then cross your right foot over the knee. And pull that to the left with your left hand. Take your right hand up to the side and try and have your eyes on your right hand. So inhale and shoulders to the right. Exhale, pull that knee to the left. Good. When you come back to the middle, just make sure you reset your hips back to the midline. Now we're taking your right leg out straight, shuffle your hips to the left, and cross that right foot over the knee, and then pulling that to the right with your right hand. Take your left hand out to the left, inhale, shoulders to the left, exhale, pull that knee to the right. And good. Okay, this one's this one's the real reason why I'm not facing you. You'll see why in about 5 seconds. We're going to do one called a happy baby. So this is really good for your spine, trying to flatten your whole spine into the floor, or sort of lengthen your spine. So what you do, try and grab the outside of your feet with your elbows inside your knees. See that, to get started. And then you take the bottom of your feet towards the ceiling. You inhale and try and draw your shoulder blades down into the floor. And when you exhale, try and tuck the chin and pull your feet towards the floor. Okay, inhale, shoulders down. Exhale, pull the feet, tuck the chin. So try and hold this for 10 to 15 breaths. Try and be quite firm with it. And keep your chin locked down. Locking your chin down gets a nice stretch through the back of the neck as well. So it's even a nice complement to the next series of stretches. And good. Then as we come out of there, we're going to come sitting up again. You can try your forward bend again. Hopefully you find that you can go a bit deeper with that. And you'll hold that for 10 to 15. And just a couple more. We're going to repeat the downward dog, but before we get to that, this is called a low lunge. We're going to take a big step forward with your right knee, and for you to get into your hips, we'll take both hands inside that front foot. So I'll show you this from side on in a second, but try and slip your rear knee back as far as you can, and then inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, push your hips forward. So to show you that from side on. Okay, rear knee back, and not the best angle. Let's show you from this side on. And just hopefully you're doing that. Okay, so when I inhale, my back should come pretty flat, and when I exhale, try to push my hips forward. Okay. Ooh. Try not to get yourself in a knot. And we go left foot forward, both hands inside the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, push the hips forward. So, if you're getting all those aches and pains and nothing particular has happened to cause them, that's probably what we call a chronic imbalance or a chronic injury, because it's come on slowly from probably not stretching enough, but even just doing things that cause you to tighten up. And like even your sport, you know, you're essentially sitting in the same position and trying to stay upright and probably tensed up and stuff like that as well. You're probably not supposed to be tense, but you may be a little bit, but you're certainly in a similar position. So when you're doing that so regularly, and last one in this sequence, last one is going to be downward dog. Okay, and maybe you can finish off one more, just try your forward bend again. So yeah, when your sport consists of sitting in the same position often, really important to do your stretches often, because otherwise you won't create a permanent length change in your muscles, and that's what this sort of yoga and stretching can do for you, is not just warm you up and make you feel better for a little bit, but if you do it often enough, it should create a new normal, which can create better posture and just more importantly, pain-free living. So I don't normally say namaste, but g'day, and hopefully that helps. What I might actually do is take some photos as well of some things, the ones that I think are going to be key for you, and I'll send it all over, and you try and do it regularly, and then it will help. And let me know how it goes.